heart. I find adventure everywhere, and friends with whom I'd like to share. This is my stop along the way. Don't really know how long I'll stay. I keep a close watch on this heart of mine. I keep my eyes wide open all the time. I keep the ends out for the tie that binds. Because you're mine, I walk the line. Daddy left home when I was 3, and he didn't leave much to more than me, just this old guitar and an empty bottle of booze. Now, I don't blame him because he run and hid, but the meanest thing that he ever did was before he left, he went and named me Sue. Must have thought it was quite a joke, and it got a lot of laughs from a lot of folk, and it seems I had to fight my whole life through. Some gal would giggle and I'd get red, and some guy'd laugh and I'd bust his head. I tell ya, life ain't easy for a boy named Sue. Nick, I'm doing this all for you, mate. Ready, Steve? Uh-huh. Andy? Yeah. Nick? Okay. All right, fellas. Let's go! Hey! Oh, there you go. Oh, hat hair. That is a train beat, Nick Cushion. You wanted to know about country beats. And Andrew Marshall, you wanted to know about the origins of drumming. Well, what I tried to do there was bring in all the different little things that could happen with that kind of a beat. Right. Now, essentially what we've got there is a cut time. That kind of thing there. What a cut time is based on cut common time. Okay, so what you've got is basically your notes are cut in half. So a crotchet is thought of as a quaver and so on. So you might have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, but then with a cut common it becomes 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, like that, you see, cut common time. Punk and jazz is cut common time. Now I use the brushes. So Nick, I'm going to take you through the train beat, okay? And I did a couple of little tunes there. And what it is the first time I heard it, and I had no idea I was hearing it because I was about 6, was a TV series called, does anyone remember? It was in black and white in the mid-60s. So anyone of my age, was the little poppet coming home from school, parking yourself in front of the TV and watching Bugs Bunny and everybody else, McHale's Navy, but The Littlest Hobo. Does anyone remember the little dog or the dog and going around and all that sort of stuff? And the theme song was just, or the theme music. There's that. Now, what you've got there is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and you've got a single stroke roll, right? And then what you've got is something that I explained actually a couple of months ago, the brush pattern where you sort of swoosh a little bit. You got that kind of thing. And it gives it that lilt, right? Now with the Littlest Hobo, that's almost all you hear. I find adventure everywhere, and friends with whom I'd like to share. This is my stop along the way. Don't really know how long I'll stay. There it is. Now, if you put the hi-hat on 2 and 4, now we're going to the Man in Black. A little 2-field, light, very light bass drum, feathered. And you get that lilt. You've got to get that lilt in there. You can't just go, yeah, can't do that. You got to go. Johnny Cash. Keep a close watch on this heart of mine. Keep my eyes wide open all the time. The end's out for the tie that binds, because you're mine. I walk the line. There you go. That's a train rhythm. Now, let me tell you the history of that with country music and American folk music in general, and especially Johnny Cash and all that. Freight trains during the Depression years and all this sort of stuff, you get from one state to the other by hopping the freight train. And all you would hear was chukka 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 chukka, you know, sort of thing. So if you had your guitar with you, you can't really play, you know, oh baby I love you, but you took my dog and my ute and all that sort of stuff. When you were doing things like that, it just became shukka chukka chukka, and you just started to play along to the rhythm, right? And it just becomes, you know, in your blood when you're doing all that sort of traveling, you know, that kind of thing. And all that sort of stuff. Now, Andrew Marshall, hello. And what it is you asked me about the origins of drumming. Well, I'll get to that in a second. But what it is if you've got this as an origin, well, that would get into oh, it's getting so hard living with the things you do to me. Ballroom Blitz, sweet. Now, that's what you got there, and you still got the lilt with the sticks, right? So you got. Got that? And have a look at that. I'm starting to go into New Orleans stuff. Some people could call this Zydeco. There was a great band in the St Kilda area that played all over the place in Melbourne through the 80s. Zydeco Jump. What a band they were. They used to, I'm going there tonight, but the Espy, they used to play the Espy all the time. Okay, Susie Cupid doll, if you're watching. There you go. And yeah, Zydeco Jump, if you remember them. But it was that kind of. And there you have that, you see. So that's a train rhythm that is intrinsic to country music. Johnny Cash, the man in black, made it his own, the way he could play his guitar and all that sort of stuff. So, Nick Cushion, that's for you. I haven't quite finished. I'll be coming back to that.